Mitt Romney, where corporations are people too, except for those people that are corporations aren't paying the taxes that us people are paying.
Welcome to News Beast. Here's what we're buzzing about on the press room floor. Gary, Abigail, welcome. Gary, on Wednesday, the president unveiled a new corporate income tax plan that would lower the top rate to 28%, close a bunch of loopholes. Long been a Republican plan, and yet still, shockingly, some Republicans weren't impressed. I understand you've been taking a deeper look at this whole issue.
Well, there's a group out there, Citizens for Tax Justice, and if you want to know why there needs to be something done about corporate income tax, read their research. What we chose to focus on was what they call the Dirty 30. They found 30...
That rhymes.
30 clever people.
They're clever.
30 large multinational corporations, a lot of them brand name, Wells Fargo, Verizon, Mattel, DuPont. And these companies collectively make hundreds of billions of dollars. And yet, not only did they pay no income tax for a 3-year period that they looked at between 2008 and 2010, they collectively got $11 billion in rebates. The loopholes are so wide that these companies could make $5–10 billion a year and pay nothing in taxes. In fact, if you look at the report, they looked at 280 of the 500 biggest companies in America. The tax rate on corporations is supposed to be 35% on profit.
This is one of the highest in the world, theoretically, if people were paying.
Theoretically, because what in reality these companies are paying, the group found, is 18.5%. 1/4 of the companies they looked at are paying less than 10%. All of us pay taxes. We pay much, much more than that. We don't have access. I love Mitt Romney, where corporations are people too, except for those people that are corporations aren't paying the taxes that us people are paying.
All right, fair enough. Abigail, you edited a really extraordinary piece by a former female POW.
Right.
Tell folks a little bit about it.
Yes, Shoshana Johnson. She was taken prisoner of war with Jessica Lynch back at the start of the Iraq War, and with a third woman, Lori Pesta, who actually died. And she's fed up. The military doesn't let women fight on the front lines. It doesn't let them take combat jobs. And she's saying there's no clear distinction between lines anymore. She herself fought. She fired her weapon. She was swarmed by the enemy, who kicked her in the face and the gut, and she was taken captive, and that's the front lines. So, and she argues that, when women aren't allowed to take these combat roles, it means they don't get the promotions that men get in the military. So the military recently eased up on its rules. It opened up some new jobs for women, but still not frontline jobs. And so she's saying enough.
And what prompted her to write this now? There's been some politicization of this issue as well in recent days with Rick Santorum and weighing in on the roles of women in combat. Is that what spurred her to write this piece right now?
Yeah, she's angry because first the military sort of eased its rules a couple weeks ago, but not enough. And then Santorum said, women shouldn't be in combat, they're too emotional or something to that effect. And then at the debate, he swung a little bit, and in fact, all of the
But by swung, you mean he flip-flopped?
Flip-flopped.
He walked away from his position.
He
walked it back.
Okay. He dialed it back, and in fact, all of the candidates said, maybe they were a little bit open to the idea that they would at least listen to military personnel on their opinion on the matter. And so, Shoshana just says it's all ridiculous that women are fighting on the front lines. They're dying. 140 women have died in the Iraq and Afghan wars, and she said, I will not go to the back of the bus.
It's a really strong, striking piece, and there are so many amazing stories about women in the military in the last few conflicts. It really is an important issue. So it's a great piece. I, of course, have been on the campaign trail. I was in Arizona a day ago for the debate, the final debate, at least through Super Tuesday, Santorum v. Romney v. Newt v. Ron Paul. Right now, polls are showing that it's very tight in both Arizona and Michigan. Romney seems to be closing that gap in Michigan, where Santorum had pulled ahead, of course, Romney's native state. Arizona, which had been supposedly Romney's firewall with a big Mormon population, Romney's still ahead in some polls significantly, but again, there's been general movement tightening. Could go either way. Right now, a lot of the conventional wisdom in the media and the press corps says that maybe Romney pulls out both. But what's your sense of what's going on in the race, especially in Michigan?
Romney and his stance on the bailout of the auto companies. I'm sorry, he might even have a point about structured bankruptcies and all that. But the fact is, it's been this huge success, and the fact that he's gone out of his way to point attention to him being right. Sometimes I'm just struck that he's just a tone-deaf politician.
You think? Bob Lutz, former CEO of GM, actually said that he voted for Santorum because he was so angry about Romney's original op-ed, even though Santorum himself opposed the bailouts. I don't know. What's your take on the race
My
right now?
take is it's all a Saturday Night Live skit. It's highly entertaining. It's a clown show.
You know, there is a chance that one of these clowns could be president. Does
That's
that bother
terrifying.
you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, just checking. All right, final word, Gary.
Incredible.
Ridiculous.
I'm going clown show. That's all for us at News Beast. We'll see you on Monday.